There must be a beginning of any great matter, but continuing unto the end until it be thoroughly finished yields the true glory. Hey everybody, my name's Democracy, and today we're embarking on a new adventure. With the recent release of the critically acclaimed Uncharted 4, I want to take a look with you at the roots of the franchise building up to its conclusion in a 4-part series. Before we get into Drake's fortune, let me tell you some of my own backstory. When I was a boy, I was full of imagination and dreams. I used to take blankets and tables to make large forts where I could hide under and get lost in a good book. I'd read all kinds of adventurous tales of wonder and imagine what it would be like to embark on a journey of my own. Of course, here I am years later, grounded in the reality of an adult. But when I discovered this series back in 2009, I immediately had a connection with it. I thought to myself that vicariously through this game, I could live out all the epic adventures that I had dreamed of in my more imaginative days. So I bought a PS3 just to play Drake's Fortune. Did it live up to my expectations? Let's find out. We start off with our charismatic hero, Nathan Drake. From first impressions, he's as charming as he is a wise ass.
Make it sound so dirty.
With him is the spunky Elena Fisher, a reporter working with Drake to get the scoop on the fate of Sir Francis Drake, Nate's relative with quite the colorful history. Turns out the coffin is empty, but the true treasure is his journal. Of course, everybody wants in on the fun, so before long, you're under the fire of pirates.
So unless you want to end up in a Panamanian jail, we should probably handle this ourselves.
What's worse?
You obviously haven't been in a Panamanian jail. Panamanian jail.
After some explosive antics, you're saved by the third member of the trio, Victor Sullivan. This guy looks like that dirty old uncle that you look up to. Yeah, you know he's been around the block. Of course, Nate and Sully knew all along the journal was in the coffin and promptly ditched the, dead weight. Could you imagine how much that would suck? You got your producer to front a bunch of money to get the scoop on a coffin that turned out to be empty. You nearly get killed by pirates, only to get kicked to the curb at the first opportunity. Well, Nate and Sully set off in the direction of Sir Francis Drake's prize.
El goddamn Dorado.
That's right, Sir Francis had intel on the fabled city of gold. Well damn, wouldn't you ditch the girl for that? And just take a minute to look at this environment. This is the remastered version of the game, but damn, it looks really good. With some searching, you and Sully find your way into the chamber where you should find treasure, but no dice. However, they are able to follow the trail and find this old German U-boat. Now here's something I want to get out of the way right now. Uncharted is mostly a realistic series outside of a couple of things. One of those is the incredible superhuman climbing abilities Nate has. I mean, you'll see it throughout my videos. Some of the jumps he makes seem damn near impossible for anyone other than perhaps a rock climbing master to pull off. That and the fact that we follow him throughout the course of his journey, and not once does this dude get a sip of water, eat some food. I dare you to go rock climbing for even a few hours with no food and water and see how much energy you have left. Moving on. Nate makes it to the sub and finds a piece of the map that will lead them right to the treasure.
Looks like Drake and our German pals were after the same treasure, and I've got the map that's gonna lead us right to it.
Great, except that dirty old man sold you out to pay his debts, and it turns out his benefactor does not play friendly when collecting. Ooh, that's what you get for betraying me, old man.
JK, I love you forever, baby.
After miraculously fighting your way through armed thugs, you get saved at the last minute by Elena?
Ugh! That's for leaving me at the dock.
Wow, I did call this chick spunky, but you gotta wonder, how the hell did she get through all these guards without any attention? So with the help of solid Elena, you make your way to your plane, where you promptly get shot down by anti-aircraft fire. Really? This old geezer and his army of 2-bit thugs brought freaking anti-aircraft guns. You've gotta be kidding me. Well, time to parachute to your doom. And I say doom because this next chapter should be called Guns and Enemies. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. After slaughtering them all like the hero that you are, you get your map back and then get to take on a serious highlight, platforming this fortress. Only to fight more endless waves of enemies. Listen, I get it, gunplay is a huge part of this game, but there are times where it feels like you're just moving from scripted sequence to sequence of so many firefights. And you know, I wouldn't be bothered if these guys didn't have the skin of the freaking incredible Hulk. Seriously, look at how many bullets some of these guys take. Then once you're finally done with all that, you can look forward to Nate making some questionable jumps. Oh, I didn't want to jump there anyway, that's okay. Okay, grab the rope, Nate. Grab it. Oh, look at that. You didn't grab it. It was right there, though. Eventually you track down Elena to find she's sitting in the open like a dumbass. Well, time to, oh, of course, you didn't get captured sitting out in the open like that, but I did. And you know what punishment is worse than imprisonment? Being forced to listen to this idiot. Meet Eddie Uraja, a man hired by rich old whoever to help track down El Dorado. After sitting through some cliched conversation,
Oh, yeah!
and then you hit the road. Let's take some time to point something out. If this old crone has the money to hire his own personal army and all of this equipment, why on earth is he willing to risk his life to follow some legend that might not even be true? It's ego, I guess. Speaking of ego, just watch this.
Going somewhere?
Hey, Eddie!
Did you really think you could escape from what?
Are you joking? I just killed at least 30 of your men, blew up countless vehicles, and you're all, LOL bro, you thought you could get away from me? God. Well, incompetence gets what it deserves, and you're able to escape. With a little more murder under your belt, Nate decides it's time to call it quits. To which Elena says,
We're doing fine so far.
the balls on this chick, man. She's got it all. The looks, the bravery, even an infinited ammo cheat code. I mean it, just look at this. Boom, 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 for freaking days. After you use your boomstick for a while, you make it to an old customs house where you find a shipping manifest with the trophy itself, El Dorado. And Elena, being the fox that she is, finally asks about the old ring.
This was Francis Drake's ring. I, kind of inherited it.
Sic Parvis Magna?
Greatness from small beginnings. It was his motto. Check out the date.
29th of January.
No fucking way. January 29th is my birthday. I kid you not. I'm telling you, man, me in this game, it was destiny. No, sorry, we're not doing that. More fighting, more Elena up to no good.
Promise me you'll stay put. Whatever that means.
More fighting, and oh, we've got a revelation, people. Turns out Sully was alive the whole freaking time. Looks like we gotta go save the old man. If he needs saving, that is. Oh yeah, and then in an extremely dramatic scene, Elena loses her camera. No, what a tragic loss. How will we ever recover from this traumatic event? With more gunplay?
Of course!
So if we want to save Sully, we're gonna have to head upriver. I have a confession, guys. You all know I'm the most badass Souls player of all time, right? Well, I do have one weakness in games. Driving. Just, God, shit. Damn it. Ugh. Sully! Wait, we're mad at you. Or are we?
I can't stay mad at you.
But how did you survive anyway?
You are not gonna believe this.
No way!
No way is right. Of all the damn. Turns out Sully sent our friends on a wild goose chase. Not that this one needed the help. So of course, we being the geniuses solve the puzzle in a matter of seconds and head into the land of the dead, which is conveniently filled with enemies. Ugh. You end up under the Three Stooges while they bicker like little schoolgirls. That's alright, ladies, keep arguing, I'm just down here finding the treasure. Oh, turns out Sully sent them to the exact spot where the treasure is on that goose chase. Naturally, you just murder your way in there and solve the puzzle the Golden Girls have been standing by in a matter of seconds again. Seriously, all you have to do is turn a few stones, and these guys could not figure that out. Into the vault we go. Oh yes, this is what I'm talking about. This is like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Platforming, puzzles, mystery, and you've gotta be kidding me! Fast forwarding all that fun for you, you come upon a chamber that is a dead end and find the resting remains of dear Sir Francis. Turns out he died in his pursuit. Lame. Time to put this all behind us. But of course the thorn in our side has other plans. And those plans happen to involve leading a bunch of mutated monstrosities to our little dead end for some fun. You two bro it out while taking them on, but then, no, not Eddie, no. After more monster hunting, you make it to the safety of some old German underground. Hey, it looks like they found it. I think if we just follow, hey, wait, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah!
Jesus, I love this woman. After an emotional departure, you climb your way into an entirely different game. Forget about Uncharted, you're now playing Resident Evil, because it turns out El Dorado isn't really a treasure. I mean, sure, it's made of gold, but it curses you and turns you into zombies.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, unfortunately, you're gonna have to make time, because Solid Elena's luck has finally run out. So you fight your way through more enemies with Sully to reach the church that houses El Dorado. So what's the plan? Oh, walk in with no plan. It's such a great idea. I love it. Wait, don't do that. It's not treasure, no. Whoa, the twist, people. He was bad the whole time. Wow. Well, we got no choice now. We can't let that thing get off the island. It's time to be a real hero. And if Elena's got balls, I've got them too. You managed to wreck their helicopter and land on the boat. Now it's time for a showdown. And by showdown, I mean a couple of mild gunfights and then a quick time event with this piece of shit. Oh, were you expecting something more epic? Well...
Adios, asshole.
That's better. And Nate and Elena are safe in each other's arms. That beautiful minx even saved your ring. Oh, and Sully murdered a few more guys and stole their boat with a nice nest egg of treasure for you all. It's great being a hero. So with that experience under our belts, did this game meet everything I was hoping for? Well, hell yeah! Sure, there's a couple of things that bog down the experience, like frequent gunfights, bullet sponge enemies, and sometimes kind of wonky controls, but those are honestly minor complaints. This game delivered on everything I was hoping for and more. I got to feel like a true adventurer seeking ancient treasure, and by the end of it, I did feel like a true hero for preventing the curse of El Dorado from leaving the island. Not only that, but something totally unexpected happened. I fell in love with these characters. Naughty Dog has a way of crafting characters that genuinely feel like living, breathing people with depth, emotion, and very vivid personality. I can identify with Drake's sense of adventure and at times misguided hope in the good of others. I can relate to Elena and her willingness to go to the ends of the earth to follow her passions. And hey, sometimes we can all relate to the old bastard who just wants some cool treasure. What Naughty Dog did with Drake's fortune has set an incredible groundwork for the future. The gunplay and encounters weren't perfect, but they had potential. The characters aren't fully developed, but we got a glimpse of more than enough to get us invested. And this adventure is memorable enough that we'll be clamoring to join the gang on the next one. I'd say Naughty Dog not only delivered on my hopes, but they made old Sir Francis proud. I'll give it 9 Rajas out of 10. Next time we'll take a look and see if Naughty Dog was able to build anything better on this foundation in Uncharted 2: Among Thieves. It really is a pleasure being able to talk about games that I love like this with you guys, so I sincerely hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to hear your thoughts on Drake's fortune in the comments below. With this being a new series, it would help me out incredibly if you could share this with a friend. And be sure to subscribe for part 2 and more great gaming content. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.